Hi guys, today we have a great game between Mikhail Tal and Pliss. Playing Riga in 1950, Mikhail Tal had white pieces, yet he started with e4, e5 from Pliss, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to b5, a6, bishop to a4, knight to f6 from Pliss, Tal castle kingside, bishop to e7, rook to e1, bishop to f5 kicking that bishop, bishop to b3, Pliss castle kingside, c3 from Tal, d6, h3, knight to a5 kicking that bishop, to c2, c5 from Pliss, d4, queen to c7, knight from b to d2, c takes d, c takes d, bishop to b7, knight to f1, rook from a to c8, threatening to win free piece, and Tal remove that bishop to b1, knight to c6 with idea later on to go on this beautiful c4 square, and c3 from Tal, e takes d, knight to d5 threatening to win queen, so we have knight exchange, and knight to e5 from Pliss, knight takes d4, bishop to f6 from Pliss, and position on the board is equal. The next move that Tal should play is b3, sorry, to prevent this knight to go to this beautiful c4 square. But Tal play bishop to e3, and Pliss immediately took his chance and jumped to c4 with a knight. Now b3, but now it's too late. Pliss took this bishop and Tal hit with his f pawn. What happened if Tal took with the rook? This is losing variation because of this. Queen to c5, rook to d3, rook to f8, a3, rook to e4, b4, queen to c1, bishop to c2, queen takes d1, check, rook takes d1, rook to c4, and this knight, where this knight is go? If he go on this square, he lose the bishop, obvious, and the best move is to capture on b2, and after a takes b2, bishop to b1, g6, and black side is clear winning. So that's why he took this pawn with this piece with the pawn, and we have rook to f, from f to a8, rook to f1 for Tal, queen to c3, threat to win some material. He can capture this rook because of this idea, discover check. So Tal play rook to takes f6, and as Tal say, there are two types of sacrifice, correct one and mine, and this is certainly not a correct one. It's Tal's sacrifice, a crazy one, and please play the best move in this position, and that is simply g takes f6. Bishop to f5 from Tal, queen takes e3 with a check, kings go to h1, bishop takes bishop, knight takes bishop, and Tal threat to win the queen and also to fork these two rooks. And please play queen to e2. This is not the best move. The best move in this position is simply play queen to f4. And what is the future of this knight? He had only one square, and that square is knight to d4, and after rook to c5 he threat to win this free pawn and put the queen in the pin, and black side is clear winning. But Pliss didn't find this move. He playing queen to e2. He tried to exchange the queens, and Tal refused that with queen to d4. Rook to e5, knight takes d6, again threat to win the rook. And again Pliss didn't find the best move in this position, which is rook to g5, with the idea to mate next move. Pliss play rook to c2, and Tal defends that mate. This is also mate 1 threat because of that backline, and Tal play rook to g1. Rook takes a2 and queen to a7 from Tal with threat to capture this pawn. Pliss defends that with queen to h5, and Tal give check to a8, king to g7, knight on e8 check, and the best answer from Pliss is simply to capture this. And after queen capture, queen takes d5, that scary pass pawn, queen to c8, h5, b4, rook to a3, rook to e1, a5, b takes a, b4. Black side is clearly winning in this position, but we don't have this capture. We have queen to g6, and Tal push his passed pawn to d6. Pliss play rook to d5, and Tal play knight to c7. And Pliss capture next move. Pliss capture this pawn, and he didn't think that is poison pawn, but that was a poison pawn, and because of that capture he lost the game. The best move from Pliss in this position is simply to play rook to d3, and after queen to g8 check, king to h6, king to f8 check, king to g5, d7, rook from a to d2, knight a8, rook takes d7, queen to c5 check, king to g6, queen takes queen, king takes queen, knight takes that f6 pawn, forking queen and checking the queen and fork the rook. And when he moved the king to h4, we have exchange happening, and the black side is better on the board, but we don't have that. Pliss took the bait, he captured this poison pawn, and because of that he lost the game after this continuation. Queen to g8 check, and Pliss play king to f5, and after this move he resigned the game because he saw that check, and he saw that he is losing the queen. Second option in this position from Pliss is to play h6, but it's also lose after this continuation. Knight to e8, threatening the mate one, so the only defense is queen to g5, queen to f8 check, king to h5, knight takes and d4, queen to g6, g4 check, knight to f5, a5, and after h4 check, queen to d6 check, king to f3, queen to d3 check, king to f2, and this is mate. So Pliss was better all game. All game he had advantage because of that Tal crazy sacrifice, and still he lose because he took Tal poison pawn. I think this is it was a great game from Tal. Many of players didn't play from that rook sacrifice, but Tal continue fighting and Tal win the game. So what do you think about this game? If you find this game interesting, please like the video, Subscribe channel and put the comments below. See you next time. Have a nice day.